All right. So here we are at the migrating and restoring your website video in our web design training. So in this site, in our last site, we learned how to back up our website. We downloaded our database and we downloaded our website files and we put them both in a folder. Now in this video, we're going to show you how to take that folder and how to upload your folder, your files, to a different site or a different hosting or a different cPanel, and how to restore your site if you're backing it up, or how to change and move your site to a different hosting. Okay? And when we're done here, you're going to want to click here to sign up for your website protection after we show you how to restore your site. Okay, and that should be the last video for this series. So let's go ahead and check out our FileZilla. In the last video, we had FileZilla open, and we were downloading all these sites. And as you can see, these have all transferred over. We have queued files. There's none left now, which means they all successfully transferred. And if you look over here, it's going to say successful transfers, 10,360. So we got all our files over. That's one of the ways we know that this is complete. Now, another way is if we look up here, it's going to say disconnected from server twice. Okay, and that's also going to mean that your files are complete. So what we can do is close this out, and if it's not done, it's going to warn you and say file transfer still in progress. Are you sure you want to close it? If it says that, hit no. Give it another hour or two and let it finish transferring. Just give it more time. Alright, so we're going to click this off, and it just closes out since everything transferred just fine. Now if you look in here, we have our database. We have all our different files. Okay, let's close that out. So what we want to do here is, now that we have this folder, this is our website. Like I said in the last video, you can put this anywhere now, and it's going to restore your site. So what we're going to do here is go into the hosting, or cPanel, and we're going to pretend that this is a completely empty cPanel. I'm going to show you how to delete everything in your cPanel, and we're going to reload this site as if it was new. So first off, what we want to do is scroll down and go to this WordPress Manager by Softalicious. Softaculous? Okay, and right here, installations, we have our site, prosperitypeacefreedom.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and log in, up to date. Highlight this. Oh, here you go. We're going to go down and we're going to click, oh cool, shows our site. And we're going to click on install. And completely delete the site. It's going to say remove from directory, remove database, remove database user. It's going to remove everything from this site. So go ahead and hit remove installation and click OK. Okay, it was removed successfully. So now there's no sites. We don't have any. So let's go back to our cPanel. And what we want to do is check our file manager now to make sure there's no leftover files, to make sure it got it all. And what that should have done is deleted all the files from your file manager, and it should have deleted your phpMyAdmin and your databases. So let's click on all three of those and see what happens. File manager, and then we're going to go into public HTML. Okay, none of this should be here. So let's just go ahead and click all of this. And go ahead and hit delete. Skip the trash, permanently delete files. We don't want any files in here. Okay, we have all the files we need. We want this completely blank. Okay, so there's nothing in the file manager. Deleted most of them anyway, and we finish the rest. So let's go down here to PHP MyAdmin. Second to load. No files here either. This is what we've deleted our database. So let's go in here in our databases. There's no database. Okay. So what we have here is a completely clean cPanel. Now, when you're uploading a site, here's how you want to do this. The very first thing you want to do is create a database. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. Now this is a completely blank sheet. We've deleted our site and deleted our files. So what we're going to pretend is that, hey, this is now Bluehost or something, or Host Monster, and or Namecheap or something. We've decided to move our hosting. Now every single hosting out there has a cPanel, and they have a file manager, an admin, and a database. That's mainly what you're going to need. They have all the stuff that we generally do, emails and everything. This is what your general database looks like. So what we need to do, or your cPanel, and the main things we need are a file manager, PHP MyAdmin, and these databases. So this is completely blank, and we're imagining this is new. So a brand new cPanel. So what we're going to do is go in here to SQL databases. Now, we downloaded your database files here. But now that we've deleted all our databases, and say as if we're starting a new one, we don't have a database. So we're going to have to create a database. And then what we're going to do is upload those files and attach those files to this database. Okay, so let me show you how that's done. Let's go in here and just go ahead and pick a name. I'll just put upload, since that's what we're going to be doing, uploading files. And now this database, it was Prospum Training. Now it's Prospum Upload. So it's going to be different. Okay, so go ahead and click create your database. Just click in here under next to new database. Pick any name, doesn't really matter, and click create database. Okay, and then we're going to want to scroll down and create a new user as well. I guess we'll call it the same thing. So you're going to need to pick a username. Okay. And you're going to need to create a password as well for your database. And yeah, I'm going to create a weak password. I'm just going to call it upload1. All lowercase even. Because actually, I mean, after this training's done, this hosting is going to be deleted and this site will be on a new hosting. So, none of this matters and nobody knows about it to mess with anyway. So, let's go ahead and click create user. Pick a username and a password. And then hit go back when it's done. Okay, when it's done, as you can see, you have a database called Prospum Upload. There it is, your database, okay? And now you have a user. You created a user as well with a password. And that's right here, Prospum Upload as well. We named them the same thing. You can name them different. I didn't do that just for the heck of it, just for time's sake. And sometimes I keep them the same. Okay, so now that we have a database, a user, and a database, what we need to do is add the user to the database. So what you want to do is find the right one, Prospum Upload, and Prospum Upload, your user and your database, the ones you want to connect together. Click Add. And you're going to this window is going to pop up. Then you want to click All Privileges. Okay, And once these are all highlighted, you want to scroll down and click Make Changes. Okay, and these are now successful. So what we want to do now, we've created our database and our user, and we've added them together, gave them all privileges. We gave the user all privileges to the database. Once we've done that, we want to go back to our cPanel. Just go and click cPanel up here. And as you can see now, we have a database, but now we need to go into our PHP admin. Okay, so let's go to databases and go to PHP MyAdmin. Okay, and now you can see we have a database where it was blank before, and our database has showed up now in our PHP MyAdmin. See, Prostum upload. So what you want to do is click on this, and as you can see, there's no files because it's just a fresh, clean database. We haven't uploaded any files. So what we want to do now is upload the files from our database that we put in our folder, this SQL database files. Okay, so we create a new database with our new hosting, and we click on our PHP MyAdmin, and we're going to upload them. Now we need to upload the files because there's none in there. So we're going to hit import right up here on the top. We're going to hit choose file. Alright, and then we're going to go in here to training site backup on our desktop or wherever we put our folder and find our database files. Right here, Prostum train SQL. So let's double click this. Okay, and you can see it pop up right here. Then we're going to scroll down and click Go. This might take a couple of minutes. It won't take very many, so I guess we'll just let the video roll for a minute. You know what? Maybe not. Actually, I'm going to stop this video because I don't want to have you sitting here, or pause this. I don't want to have you sitting here staring at the screen forever while it tries to load. So I'm going to pause this. Oh, never mind. We're done. We don't need to pause it. Okay, as you can see, this is loaded and it says import has been successfully finished. 118 queries executed. So now, as you can see, all your files popped up right under your database. So if you click on this again, bam, now you have all your files, which is cool. Okay, so there's one thing there's something that we got to do now that we've uploaded our files. There's two things we got to do. We're going to go in here into train options. All right, and you can find it down here on the side, or you can find it in here. Either way, we have to find the options one, and yours is going to say something different. Whatever database username you choose, it's going to say something different. It could say wood options or science options or whatever it is, teach options, whatever it is. It's all going to look different for all of you guys. So you need to find your username and options and go ahead and click on it, the one that says options. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up these files. Now, if you were to change your domain name, we're going to keep this same domain name, okay? But if let's say you were to use a different domain name, what you would do here is come in here and hit edit, and you would change this domain name to whatever your new domain name was, and that way your database knows that, hey, we're using a different domain name now. Okay, and you're going to want to do it for line 1. No, whoops. Go to options. Okay, and you'll want to change both of these And you're also going to want to change this as well if you've made a new email. So you can come in here and switch your email. Alright, and that's it for that. Just put in your new domain name. In this case, we're going to keep it. But if you were to add a new domain name, and we're gonna make another video of how to add a domain name, so don't worry about that right now. To add a different domain name to a site. And it's called an add-on domain, so don't worry about that. But if you do an add-on domain or a switch or use a different domain, say a new hosting, and say, I want a new domain name, and you switch your name servers to a new hosting, you would just upload your database files, and then come in here to options, and switch both of these around to your new domain name. Okay? And of course you're going to want to change this as well, since that's your email. Okay. So next thing you want to do is scroll down and go to users. Whatever your username is, and it'll say users right here at the end of it. So just click on users. And no, that looks like a spam user. I'll delete that one. And you have your users. Now this is your user right here, admin. And what we're going to do here is go into edit. And if you ever, this has nothing, oh yeah, nothing to really do with much fitting it. You're gonna want to go in here. If you ever need to change your password, this is how, or your username, your login username for your WordPress admin. This is where you'll do it. Okay, in fact, I'll show you an example of this. Let's just put training. Okay, and if you want to change your password, go beneath it and just put whatever password you want to put in here. And then you want to go to the left and click this arrow right here and scroll down and click MD5. Make sure to click MD5 or this won't work. Okay, so we have a new name, training, and then awesome training. And I'm going to put this down here. Okay, so that's our new this is going to be our new username and our new password. If you want to change your, if you ever want to change your password, go ahead and come in here and do it. Okay, I'll probably make an extra video about just that, but just so you know. Okay, and then you're going to want to come in here, put this capital T. Do the same thing, training, or whatever you're doing. And then of course change your domain name if you need to come in here. That's your email and your URL you're going to want to change too. And then just go ahead and hit go. And that's going to update everything. Okay, then you're done with the PHP My Admin. You don't have to come in here. So the only two things you're doing is your options and your users, and you're changing your website and stuff, and that's also how you can change your password. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Come into your options and then your users and update both of those to your current domain name if you're choosing to change it, only if you're using a different one. Okay, if not, you just upload. If you're using the same domain name, just go through the steps and upload your files. Okay, alright, so that's what you're going to want to do. And then next, then we're done with our admin, PHP My Admin. So let's close that. The next thing we want to do is we want to upload our files back into our file manager. So let's go ahead and minimize this. And in order to do that, we're going to want to go to FileZilla and open FileZilla again. And then we're going to go to File, Site Manager, and then you're going to find your site, should have saved it, and click Connect. and then it's going to connect us to our web hosting again. Alright, so we want to scroll down again and go to public HTML, double click it. I don't know why these keep showing up in there. I think it automatically does it. Highlight, if there's anything in there, delete it. Okay, because if you don't delete it and you try to replace files, it's going to pop up a window right here saying, do you wish to overwrite files? And if you walk away from your computer and don't see that, that can cause problems because it's going to stop your upload. So make sure this is empty. And then what you're going to want to do is same as we took them last time and drag them to our desktop. We want to get back into our folder up here in our desktop, into our backup, into these files right here. Okay, and then we want to highlight them all by clicking the top one, scrolling all the way to the bottom and clicking Shift, holding Shift and clicking it again, clicking your mouse. Make sure they're all highlighted and go ahead and drag them over and let it go and drop them on in here. Alright, and what this is going to do is it's going to upload your files back into your file manager. And when this is done, all we have to do is make a quick configuration, go change the database in here, and your site's going to come back up. Okay, so it's a really easy process, and I'm going to stop the video, pause the video until this process is complete. And once it's complete, we'll resume the video and show you how to finish. Alright, so pretty easy stuff. Just hang tight. Well, I guess don't hang tight in the video. And I'm going to stop this now, or pause this, and we'll restart this when these files are finished uploading. So this is finished uploading. All of our queued files are now successfully transferred. And we're just going to go ahead and close this out. We're disconnected from server, so we're going to close this. And once they're uploaded, what we need to do is go back to the cPanel and then to go into File Manager. Now we're already done with these databases. We created a database and we went and we uploaded the files in our admin and we changed the site. If it's a backup, we don't have to change anything. Okay, but if you're changing your domain name, then we went and changed the domain name. Okay, now what we need to do, now that we're done with our admin, our databases, let's go to File Manager, Public HTML, and as you can see, our files have uploaded successfully, just like they were before. Now what we want to do is, now that these files are in here, we want to scroll down and we're going to look for WP config. Okay, we're going to highlight this. And then we're going to go up here and click Edit. Click Edit again. And it's going to open up in a new window this stuff. Now notice before, as you can see here, we have our old database name. Or our old database username, and another different password. So what we need to do now is we need to put in our new database name that we've created and our new password. So we can go to our cPanel. We can go to databases. We'll grab our database right here. It says Prospum Upload. Okay, so let's copy it. Put it in our config. And what you want to do here is right now, we just grab the name. Okay, make sure you're doing this right. These are both, that's another reason why I kind of do these the same sometimes. Alright, make sure database. Okay, Prospum Upload. So right here where it says DB name, that's database name. Highlight right in between these quotation marks. You don't want to get rid of the quotation marks, so this won't work. You have to do this just right. So keep this in between the quotation marks and just paste it. paste your new one in there. And see how it just changed from Prospum train to Prospum upload? Alright, and since our user is the same as the database name, we're going to do it again. We're going to paste this in here. Alright, so now they're both changed. They both say upload. Alright, next thing we want to do is put in our new password, which was upload1, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go right in between these quotations, or these, where these little deals are. We're going to do upload 1. And that was the password we chose. So put your database name, your database username, and your password. Then we're going to click save. Now after that, your site should pop right back up. Okay? So let's go ahead and, you know, I should have, yeah, see what happened? It logged us out because, watch, and we changed the username too. Ah, see, so it's going to kick us out. Since we changed the username. But if we pull up this site, it's freedom.com, it should pop right back up. And voila. And that is how you re-upload a site. Now let's see if the password worked. So if your site goes down or you have a problem, go repeat that step. Go in your cPanel and delete everything. Delete your database and your files in your file manager and everything. Your My Admin and everything we showed you to do. And then re-upload it like we've just done. And beautiful. It worked like a charm. And that is how you back up and restore a site. Or I guess restore it, since backup was the last video. But this is how you restore a site. Alright, so let's go through the steps one more time, just so we're very clear on this. And it's pretty easy, huh? It's not as difficult as you think. All you really do is you start, oh yes, let's see if we can log in here now. Yeah, it was training. And awesome training with our password. So let's see if that worked too. Beautiful. So we're logged back into our site. Everything worked. And now up here, admin training, huh? It's supposed to say training, but that's fine. Oh, I know why. Because the user, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're back into our site now. And everything's up again. And that's after we deleted everything. Okay, now it's back up again. Okay. So let's go through this really quick. One more time. I know I'm very repetitive. I do apologize if it's a little irritating. But repetitiveness is a really good way to do this and make sure we get a good understanding. Okay, so step 1. Let's go in here. Step 1 is we're going to create a new folder. Okay, and we're going to put the date, and we're going to call it backup, training backup, or whatever you call it. And then we're going to come in here and create a folder. And we're going to call that folder whatever your domain name is, without the www. And then we're going to close it. And then we're going to come up in here to our cPanel. And we're going to go to our PHP MyAdmin. And then at that point, you're going to find your database name. You're going to check all of these. You're going to click export, not empty, export. Then you'll hit go. Okay, and then it's going to download. And at that point, you go to your downloads. Here it is. And then you just drag it over and put it in your folder. Alright. So now we have our database files. And then at that point, you want to start your FileZilla. Click Site Manager. Put in your IP address under hosts. Click your plain FTP. Normal. Put in your username, your password. Click Connect. When it connects, just go to your public HTML and drag all the files for your website, all these files, right here into that folder, and where it says your website. I'm not going to redo it since we just did. And that's it. That's all you have to do to back up your website. And at that point it'll be backed up. And once it's backed up, if you want to reload it, all you would do, or put it on a new hosting, you would create a new database. You would upload the files to your admin. And then if you're changing the domain name, you would go in there and change it in the files. And then you would upload your files back into your public HTML, or your new one, your file manager. And you'd go in there and change the WordPress options tab to your new database name and your new username and your new database password. And at that point, it's going to pop your site right back up. And that is how you back up and restore a site or migrate a site and move it to a new hosting. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and it worked like a charm. I think the training went pretty well, and that's how you take care of it. Okay, so that's it for this video. That's actually it for this training series. So once you're done with this, go ahead and click here to sign up for website protection. And what that's going to do is take you to a site called SiteLock. And just go ahead and walk through the sites here. You can go show me pricing. Just click monthly just for the heck of it. And I would just do this $50 one. It's the best one, and they're really good. And you can talk to them and stuff. There's a company in Arizona, and they're pretty cool people. They're good. They're like superheroes and the whole deal, right? So I like these guys a lot, and I like to use them. So go ahead and set up your SiteLock after this. Get your site backed up, and now you know how to restore it. You're going to want to get some protection on it. Okay, so go ahead and take that step. And then that's it for the training. And just go ahead and click here to move on to setting up your email list. And we're going to show you how to build an email list and do some cool things there. But, you know, congratulations for making it through this whole training and for getting your site up. You know, I'm pretty sure your site looks really good. So I'm proud of you guys for doing that. Okay, and I'm excited for you guys too, because now that you've got the brunt of this, you know how to make a site, and it's just going to get better and better. Like they say, it's all downhill from here. Okay, so go ahead and click here to set up your email list. And if you have any questions, just put your name and email and website and put the question in here, and we're going to place it below this video. Okay, so make sure to come down here and check for random videos as well, because we're going to be updating training and stuff, and we'll be putting it here. Okay, so that's it for the training. I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to learn all this and to set up your websites. I'm really excited to look at them and to see what they look like. And to help you guys as well, we're going to be doing other trainings and stuff and lots of things there. Okay, so that's it. Go ahead and get your site set up, get it backed up, and put some website protection on it. And then just go ahead and click here to set up your email list, and we'll move on to the list building training, and then on to how to build a store, and then a membership site and a promotional site. Okay, so we're going to do the whole deal. Okay, so that's it. Thanks again, you guys, and we'll see you in the email training.